What's up, guys? I'm Zanbono, and we are back here in Week 2 of our franchise mode, where last week we had a fantasy draft, and we played the Seahawks in Week 1 in Play the Moment mode, and we won a pretty close game by only 7 points, but we did, unfortunately, lose our starting quarterback, Johnny Manziel, so we're going to go check out the injury report and see how serious of an injury it was. So, Johnny Manziel had a dislocated hip and is going to be out for 7 weeks. So we're going to have to replace him. With that dislocated hip, though, I guess he can't go get any lap dances out there in Vegas. So Justin Forsett's out as well. Luke Wilson's out. And Stephen Ridley. I didn't even know he was on our team, honestly, Ridley. So we have no running back depth at all, and Manziel is out. So we had to sign a new starting quarterback, and we decided to get Trevon Boykin, the rookie from TCU. He plays for the Seahawks in real life right now. I actually saw him the other day in a game in preseason. He was playing pretty well, but his 80 speed, 93 throw power. I had to start him over Brandon Weeden because Brandon Weeden's not going to sell any tickets. No one's going to want to come see any sport with Brandon Weeden involved. So we had to go get someone exciting, and I thought Boykin could be fun to play with, fun to try out, kind of cool to mold into a quarterback, and hopefully can be a good stopgap player until we can get Manziel out there in the field. You can see I like to use the Pittsburgh playbook. I really enjoyed their playbook. I loved it a lot last year because Miami's playbook really sucked, and because of that, I had to try out something new. I tried playing as the Steelers because they have a pretty loaded offense, and I found out that I love their playbook, and you can see in some of my videos I've made before this one that I really liked some of the plays in their playbooks. Another thing I really like about this game is I love these little intro packages they do before each team. So you can see the Patriots roster, and now you can see the Dolphins roster here on defense. It shows each unit, each wave come up, and I think that's a pretty cool little feat that they've added into the game. So we're going to jump ahead after this to us having the ball because we stopped them on a quick 3-and-out, and right out of the gate, Boykin is able to throw the ball to Julio Jones and find him for a really long gain. Now, a really weird thing happened on this play. As you can see, it clearly looks like we scored a touchdown, and it says up there at the top of the screen that we have a touchdown. The drive goal is complete, and it says Boykin has a passing touchdown. And here on the replay, you can tell we clearly crossed the plane with the ball and did not go out of bounds, but they did not give us a touchdown. So I challenged the play and I failed. So we were given the ball on the 1-yard line, but I've lost a couple yards here because they played some pretty good goal line defense. So Charles gets stopped short again. So we line up here on 3rd and 1, just short of the goal line, and they stopped me twice running, so I decided I'm going to try and go through the air. But before we do so, we're going to look at the offensive introductions here. You can see we have a pretty stacked offensive line. Jamal Charles and Justin Forsett, who I guess is now back from injury, are running back core, and we have Julio Jones as our receiver. And you can see there on that goal line play, that is the play I made a video about the other day. That's my favorite goal line play in the game. It's great for picking up short yardage, so if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. I think that play is pretty much a money play at this point. You can see the Patriots here. They have the ball back. They're down 7-0 early in the game, and they keep trying to pound the rock at me with Matt Forte. So here on 3rd and short, we almost get some pressure on the quarterback, but we get chipped by the running back, and he overthrows his intended receiver, Steve Smith. Their quarterback is Matt Ryan, by the way. So Boykin gets the ball back, and here on a play action, can't find anyone I really want to throw to, so I decided to take off with him. I think he runs, I guess, kind of slow for 80 speed, but I guess 80 speed is not that fast in this game, just for a quarterback it is. But we were able to get some pretty good yardage there and pick up the first down with our feet. So here's the Patriots defense. You can see they have J.J. Watt, who's leading their team. Kind of a younger core of linebackers there with Stephen Tulloch in the middle. He's not exactly young, but Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie is the notable corner. And again, play action. I love running play actions, but this time they were able to create some pressure off the left side. Like I said, they have J.J. Watt on their team. They've gotten a lot of pressure throughout this game on me, but I don't think J.J. Watt actually ends up with a sack in this game, but I'm not sure. So we picked up another first down there on the slant play. Boykin drops back and is looking for a man, but he can't find anyone again, so I decided to go run and scramble, and I tried to slide there, but I don't think you can slide in this game. It seems like every single time I've tried to, I just end up diving, and I get scared that I'm going to end up fumbling the ball there running with these quarterbacks. I fumbled so many times last year when I was running with Ryan Tannehill, or I guess any quarterback, but mostly Ryan Tannehill because that's who I used. I also drafted a quarterback in the 6th round last year in Madden who ended up being a freak of nature who with like 90 speed, and he still fumbled no matter how high I got his carrying up. So you can see they got some more pressure there and were able to sack my quarterback. So the next play, I decided to just dump it down and be safe, and Deion Sims just lowers his shoulder and delivers the boom to the defender and is able to pick up the first down after he trucks over a guy. So we're now down here in the red zone, and Boykin gets pressure again from that left side. It's Young's 2nd sack. That's a 3rd sack on the series against me, though. So we need to really step up our game here and find someone for a touchdown, and we deliver a perfectly thrown ball right there to the front side of the end zone to Deion Sims, the man who lowered that shoulder just a couple plays ago and got us the touchdown. So we're now up 2 scores at about the 2-minute warning. You can see Michael Bennett right there just delivered a nasty shoulder blow to the quarterback for a sack. That's the first sack I've gotten all game, and it's just hard for me to really get pressure in this game. I don't know why. I almost got him there again. I got right at his feet, but I wasn't quite able to get it, and he was able to complete an 11-yard comeback route there on the left side. So again, I almost got pressure with Bennett. I can just get like a couple steps away, but I can't quite seal the deal on a lot of these plays, which is pretty frustrating, honestly. But we were able to get the ball back, so let's throw it deep down the field, but no one was home on that one. Boykin overshot his man. That's what you're going to get when you have a 63 overall quarterback. So the next play, we try and find our guy by scrambling outside of the pocket, and we weren't quite able to complete the pass, so we had to punt, and we got them down to third down, 3rd and long, and they were able to complete a pass right there along the sidelines, and I'm lucky that I didn't get called for a penalty when I tackled him a little bit late there out of bounds, but with 37 seconds left in the half, we get the ball back, and we decide to send Julio Jones deep and just take a shot and see what happens. And the best player on my team is able to bring down the long touchdown pass and give Boykin his third touchdown pass of the game now. So it's a pretty hot start for the 63 overall who just came off a practice squad and came onto our team. So just there when I thought that I had finally had the Patriots down and they were going to just run the clock out and go into halftime, they break a long gain. So they go for the long field goal here, but they weren't able to get it, so they're going to go into halftime with 0 points. We're going to get the ball back to start the second half here, and we're going to start it with a couple quick tosses with Jamal Charles. Again, this is a play I talked about in a video of mine just the other day. I think it's an extremely effective run play, and Charles is able to bounce it to the left and get a first down. We're going to flip it to the right and stay patient and let our blocker set up his block, and we're going to get a big gain, about 25 yards there along the right side. So he pretty much just doubled the amount of rushing yards he had for the whole game there in those last 2 runs, if not more. So the next play, we're looking for a slant route, and we throw it to our slot receiver, Terrell Pryor, converted quarterback into receiver, just like Braxton Miller is from Ohio State, and we were able to get a pretty good gain right up the middle there. So we are now in the red zone, and Boykin, this play hurts me so bad. I did not want to put it in this video, but figured I had to share it. I don't know what I was doing there. I tried scrambling out to the side and just throwing it away, but I ended up throwing it into coverage and getting picked off. And to make matters worse, I got called for a face mask penalty as well, so they get to move up the field. They took the ball away from me. So you can see they just keep checking down out there to the flats, and I wasn't able to get any pressure on the quarterback there either. So they're finally starting to move the ball a little bit on me. Forte's moving the chains with his feet, and we're up 21 points here in the third quarter, so it's going to take quite a bit for them to actually do anything to make me feel nervous at this point, but it's still not a good sign that my defense is giving up a lot of chunk yardage to Matt Ryan and this team. Matt Ryan really starts to heat up here in the second half, though. You can tell he's just completing a lot of his passes. In the first half, he wasn't really doing a whole lot. You see 7 of 13 for 43 yards, but those numbers are going to go up. He's just doing significantly better now than he was just a few minutes ago. So they're moving the chains on me on this drive, having a nice drive, and there's not much I've really been able to do about it. So we're going to try and get some pressure here and still not able to get any. Dive at Forte's feet, but he's going to flip over for the first down again. So 2nd and 5, they're getting near the red zone. Matt Ryan rears back and throws a beautiful pass to Jason Witten, who gets down to the 3-yard line down there. And that's going to set up this pretty easy touchdown run there by Matt Forte to make it the game 21-7. So it's not a good look for my team here. We're back on offense, and I throw a pass to Julio there on a 3rd and 11 because they had stopped me on the first 2 plays, and it was dropped. So we're going to have to punt the ball back, and now I'm getting a little nervous because the lead isn't as big as I would have liked, and they're starting to run down the field on me a little bit. I really wish I hadn't thrown that pick down there in the red zone earlier and I had a much more comfortable lead at this point in the game, but Matt Ryan, I guess they call him Matty Ice for a reason. He starts heating up here in the 4th quarter, again, moving the chains a little bit. I'm running out of that double A gap. I'm not sure how I feel about that formation. Sometimes it gets me some good pressure, and right here I finally get another sack. Finally, but that was on 3rd and long, which sets up a 4th and 18, which they actually decided here that they were going to go for it. So on this 4th and 18 here, Matt Ryan is going to do a play action pass and drop back. We almost get some pressure, and we also almost get the interception there, but we dropped it. I don't think we get a turnover this entire game, which is kind kind of disappointing. But Boykin here is getting close to the red zone. We deliver a beautiful strike down there towards the right pylon. We're just a few yards short. Down here on the 1-yard line, Jamal Charles is going to punch it in. You see he's cleaning off the shoes. He's too fresh. It's 28-7, and we are going to kick this ball off. And the Patriots actually have a pretty good return here. So they're going to set themselves up in pretty good field position to take advantage of this kick return, and hopefully they'll be able to get some points out of it and try and come back on me a little bit. But I would like to do everything in my power to make sure that that does not happen. But look at that pocket he gets. I mean, it's really hard to stop a passing game when the quarterback just has all day long to throw. So he's sitting there in just a very clean pocket, can't create any pressure, and Matt Forte is able to make a pretty nice run after the catch there and move the chains and get them down to the 25-yard line. So if we want to stop them, we are going to have to get to the quarterback and force him to make some bad throws. And finally, Ndamukong Suh is able to do just that and get to him just by the shoelaces and create a sack. So they were able to knock through a field goal there. The score is 28-10, but as you can see, there is less than a minute left in the game. So I'm going to try and run the clock out, but Jamal Charles had other ideas. He breaks free of just a few tackles there and punches us down the sideline, 74 yards, a little heel click just to let him know who's boss, dives into the end zone there, just absolutely exhausted from the play, and about punched the referee in the face on the celebration. So Jamal Charles with a beautiful run there on a quick toss. But I don't know what I was doing here. I must have just had a brain fart or not been paying attention, and I whiffed on the field goal. So that's my bad, but here you go. You can see Matt Ryan going right back down the field again. Like I said, he just started heating up out of nowhere at the end of this game, but I'm glad he waited until there was no time left for them to have any shot of a comeback to be able to do so. But we need to see what's up with our secondary and why they're letting up so many big passes like this. I mean, just everyone's wide open at this point. Maybe it's my play calling and it's all my fault, which is definitely possible. So a quick touchdown strike there, and Matt Ryan closes the game out with a nice touchdown pass, and they're going to go for 2, but he's going to get sacked there by Palmer off the left edge. I don't know if those actually count as sacks when you get those on the 2-point conversion plays. Just going to try and pad the stats for Boykin so we can increase his XP after the game and make him not trash. And he throws a nice strike to Josh Doctson really far down the field. So that's going to set us up for the last play of the game, where I'm going to try and take one shot at the end zone to get an extra touchdown. Doctson goes up and bounces right out of his hands and was not able to bring it down. So that is going to do it for the game. That is our Week 2 against the New England Patriots, our rival team, and we were able to come away with a 34-16 win. So I feel pretty good about that. I feel pretty good about Boykin. I thought he played significantly better than his stats say that he should have played. So when you look at this, we pretty much outplayed them in every single facet of the game except for takeaways. They were able to get that interception off of me, and I was not able to take the ball away from them at all. I think we had pretty good numbers there, passing and rushing and yards per play. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. If you did, please like it. There's going to be more weeks coming up from this franchise mode. Week 3 will be coming out in just a day or two. So thank you guys very much for watching, and see you next time.